I'd rather be. I will wait forever, exalted in the sea, as long as I am with you. My heart will make you see. With every step we take.
Good morning, America. This is Living with Liv, and I'm Olivia. How is everyone feeling today? Today, we are going to discuss the latest unfortunate event that has taken over the news cycle that sparked the hashtag Black Lives Matter, the death of Tavon Williams, as I have his mother calling into the studio today. Tavon Williams, shot and killed while walking home by Gregory Johnson, a Hispanic neighborhood watch volunteer who had been specifically instructed by 911 not to pursue Williams. The killing became politically charged, with many conservatives taking the side of Johnson, blaming the hoodie that Williams was wearing. On April 11th, Gregory Johnson was charged with second-degree murder and turned himself in. But in 2013, Johnson was acquitted of the charge by an all-female, mostly white jury. It was after this charge was dropped the hashtag Black Lives Matter came into play, along with thousands of tweets towards this case. How cool would it be to live in a world where Gregory Johnson offered Tavon Williams a ride home to get him out of the rain that night? His father tweets soon after his death, "Even though I am brokenhearted, my faith is unshattered. I will always love my baby Tay." Hearing these tweets pull at our heartstrings, and we all feel for Tavon's family. With the charges being let off of Johnson, many people in America got upset and the hashtag began. Johnson was forced to leave his home, school, job, and family to keep them out of danger. Although not punished with jail time, he will be reminded of what he did every day of his life. Here today, we have Gregory Johnson to discuss his life and his current view of the Williams case. Welcome to Living with Liv, Gregory Johnson. Thank you so much for coming today. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Just praying every night, thanking God for all the good in my life.
So take us through the day that you shot Tavon Williams. What was going through your head? What was happening?
I was afraid. I felt as if I was going to be attacked. He didn't identify himself with me as he approached, so I pulled the trigger. I shot him, and I wish I didn't, but I did what I felt I needed to do. I'm reminded by my actions every single day. Not a day goes by where I don't think about this situation.
And what about your family? From what we hear, it honestly didn't even get to that point. Do you feel like you pulled the gun too quickly?
I did what I needed to do at the time, I felt my life was in danger, as I've said before. Unfortunate, yeah. It's always unfortunate when somebody loses a life, but it is what it is.
Well, you may not know this, but there was a song that was and a video created in honor of Tavon Williams that was called Chains by Rihanna and Usher. And it was about all of the men that were killed by officers, and then they were obviously let free afterwards. What does it feel like to be knowing that you're part of this song that they're singing about?
That night I didn't go out and say, "Hey, let me kill a young African-American boy." No, that's not how it went at all. No one knows what really happened that night, and nobody ever will. And I don't choose to be one of those people. Never wanted to be one of those people. And if a song's written about me, then a song's written about me. I don't control the world.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. When we come back, we will talk to Mr. Johnson and what his life has been like since the case of Tavon Williams.
Sometimes we take being able to smile for granted. A smile is 1,000 words. A smile can make a person's day. A smile can make a person feel loved. A smile can provide warmth. A smile is everything. But what about those children who cannot smile? Well, does their joy come from? How do they make a person feel loved? Well, we can help. By donating 50 cents a month, you can give a kid a smile. You can change a life. Just go to www.smilechangeseverything.com and sign up to donate. 50 cents a month, that's all it takes to help a child get their smile.
Welcome back to Living with Liv. Here in the studio today, we have Gregory Johnson discussing his life after the Tavon Williams case. So, what has life been like for you since the charges were dropped? Are you afraid to walk out of your door?
I live in fear. I'm scared of everyone and everything. I wonder if people will ever be able to trust me again. My family's lives have changed forever, and I can't change that. Walking into work, I feel stares from everybody. Outside, I'm constantly searching for snipers. I don't even feel like I'm living anymore. I'm dead. Dead to the world, dead to everyone. I'm alone, and I'm facing America day by day, blessed to still be alive right now.
And what about your family? How does your daughter handle going to school and your wife going to work?
Well, my daughter and my wife moved out soon after the case was over. I only see them on weekends and holidays. Not very exciting at all. So maybe one day after this whole entire situation dies down, maybe we can live a peaceful life.
On the topic of family, if you had the opportunity to speak to Tavon Williams' family, would you?
Well, yeah, I apologize for everything and try to explain how sorry I am.
Well, I know you were unaware of this, but we actually have Tavon's mother calling into the studio today. This is your opportunity to finally talk to the Williams family, and I want you to take advantage of that moment.
Mr. and Mrs. Williams, I'm sorry for your loss. I never meant to kill your son. I only felt threatened and felt that's what needed to be done. It had nothing to do with the color of his skin. It had everything to do with him running up to me. Maybe you don't believe me, but deep down, I'm truly sorry.
Now, Mr. Johnson, I don't wish bad upon anyone, so I'm sorry you have to go through fear every day, but I am not sorry that now you know what it's like to live with a certain feeling every day. It seems both of us are reminded every day that my son is gone. Only he was my heart, so just as you feel dead, I feel the same. No matter what happened that night, that trigger should have never been pulled, nor should your charges have been dropped. I appreciate the apology, but that is not going to bring my son back. Do you think you deserve to be free? Do you not feel you should be in jail, if not prison?
Physically, yeah, I'm free. Not by choice, but by jury's decision. Emotionally, I'm in a position where I'm living a life far worse than being in prison. All right? Your definition and my definition of freedom are two completely different things. By law, I'm a free person. Emotionally, I'm serving a life sentence. Take that how you want.
That's just the problem, Mr. Johnson. By law, you should have never been let free. That is the reason of the hashtag Black Lives Matter. You are living proof of why us African Americans must come together to create this movement. You shot and killed an innocent boy and served 0 time. Injustice is the reason you were let free, not the jury. I am sure you mean well, but your actions that spoke that night otherwise.
Thank you, Mrs. Williams and Mr. Johnson, for your words. I know it's still hard for you to talk about Tavon. Your family will always remain in our prayers. Today's show has been wonderful, and it was an honor having Gregory Johnson and Tavon Williams' mother here today. Thank you all for watching. See you next time on Living with Liv.